It was muted. Of course it was muted. How's it going? Good morning. Tormod, Isra, Sharsa, Kilrasi Soldier, I would have breakfast, Atsuki, Zealin. As always. Muted as always. Me talking bunch of BS with the microphone muted. By the way, have you noticed? Oh no, Isra. Have you noticed the web camera has now higher resolution? It doesn't look like a potato is recording me. I figured out that I could set the resolution higher and then scale down the you see, in theory, because of that, if I show you like a sketchbook, you should actually be able to see what I've drawn instead of it being a mush. No, the vertical is me cropping the sides in OBS. It's actually continuing on each side, but I crop it. Anyways, give me topics. Anything goes. Any challenge of any magnitude. I'll do my best to draw something. Hey Amir, how's it going? What's on your mind, people? Oh, and by the way, I started a really massive drawing for once. It's double A4. Like, let's see if I can put my finger in so you get the idea of scale. But I don't know. It's kind of fun to sit and noodle, but it takes us such a long time. Okay, we got Dragon Overlord, we got Junkie Robot, we got Neon Witch, we got 1, 2, 3. Mutant Pirate Hooked Panda. Three-legged robot, Turtle Demon Rider. Alright, we got enough. We got enough. Let's do a dice roll. And roll it, and it will be number 3. See? Proof. Number 3. Which is Neon Witch. Huh. Amir, that is true. That is true. I will set that up for you. That's good. That's a good idea. Neon Witch by Atsuki. As is G-E-E, is it Atsugi? Then I say it's Atsugi, but maybe it's Atsugi. Atsugi. Tell me, Atsugi. Atsugi. What is it? Alright. Let's start. Neon Witch, Neon Witch, Neon Witch, Neon Witch. Alright, I got a picture in my head. Alright. Okay. 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 Hey, that onion. Ski. Atsuki. Yeah, right. That's cool. Hey, Concept. Same. Gria. How's it going? Captain Baus and Max Greke. What up, yo? So, I'll do the quick sketch. What I saw was a witch sitting on the edge of a rooftop, looking down, hairs hanging, and having like neon, like kind of neon beads type of thing. That's what I saw, and that's what I'm gonna try to do now. So I was thinking I'll do the neon first as an experiment. And kind of play with the idea of light first, lights only, but from a source. You know, let's challenge myself a little bit here. Let's not make it easy, you know. Let's see how that ends. I mean, it's not really a massive challenge per se, but it's a nice change of the norm. Hey, Just Honest, how's it going? How's it going? Challenge warm-up. Yeah, man. I mean, you've got to be a challenge, right? You can't fall into comfort too much. You gotta see. Look, let's go with that. Let's go with that brush mark. You gotta challenge yourself and see what comes out, right? Because you never know. You never know what you might create if you are always in comfort zone. Let's try to push that pose a little bit more. A little bit of a Slav, what's it called? A Slav crouch? Is that what it's called? No, it's called not a crop. What's it called? When girls sit down and pee, they do what? They not crouch. Oh man. Hey Eric, what's up? That onion. Yeah, I mean, a warm up is just a way of starting the day, but the overall idea is it's sketching, right? Doodling. So it's not like you gotta do it on a timer, you gotta do it in a specific way. I do it in this way because I like the challenge, right? But the big picture is allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to create a scenario where it's free reign, you know, anything goes, and in that way, you can create something maybe that you wouldn't think of have created before, because you are in a situation where it's free to do. You know, you're liberated to do it. There's always a lot of people always find the pressure of performing or having to deliver something awesome constantly, which is, you know, sometimes it's working against you, this demand, right? Because you're afraid of what if I fail. And I think that's one of the beautiful things with sketching, when you allow yourself to make mistakes and explore something, a topic that you're not comfortable with, or an angle you're not comfortable with, where you can just sketch it out and see what it looks like visually, because that's a huge component of visual storytelling, is to see your thought manifested, and then having the ability to alter it and kind of run with it, if you may. Only when it's have been created, then you see if it's right or wrong. A squat. There we go, Atsuki. Hey, warm up. What up, yo? Welcome to the stream, So Much Monsters. if you guys don't know, you gotta go follow So Much Monsters. He's a rad. We're in the early 90s. Rad. He's a really cool guy. Just honest, yeah. Yeah, it's a new thing. I joined Firestarter. And it's just been 15 episodes put up on that website. So on the link below the Firestarter, you can go to the Firestarter forum, and over there is archiving like a blog format, plus sketchbook section and things like that. And it's a cool little platform for us, and we're trying to grow it. And I mean, as in us, I mean all of us, all artists. We are free to contribute and transform it into something useful. I mean, it's not, or the approach to it is organic, except the magazine, of course, which is a project of its own within Firestarter. But yeah, it's a cool little thing growing. That onion, yeah, a timer. The theory about the timer is that you know, you gotta hustle, right? You gotta move, you gotta sketch something out, and in one way it will work against you because you can get flustered by it and don't know how to proceed, right? But another huge part of it is you'll be forced to produce something within a time limit, and the less time limit, the less the time you have, like looking at the timer, you're gonna stop with ideally you're gonna stop with fiddly things, undecisiveness, and like if I know that I have 10 seconds left and I need to solve the leg, I'm just gonna make a line, right? Like, oh, okay, that's good enough. And that's kind of what the thinking you're starting to do when you have a timer, and you see the time ticking, and it's like, oh shit, I really got to do something here. I can't just fiddle around and redraw the same finger 50 times, you know. So in that way, a timer is great because it stops you from messing around too much, and it's like eye on the prize kind of thing. But like I said, one of the downsides is also you get flustered, and it's easy to make mistakes, and mistakes lead to more mistakes, and then in the end, all that you have is just a stinking pile of shit. A shit sketch. But the more you do it, the better it is, and the easier it is. And now it's like I can sit and have a coffee. And this is 10 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Let's read a chat for a while. Hey, Urban Drawer. What up? You're welcome. Welcome. Captain Boss, yeah. Yeah, that onion. I mean, it's not like it's a vital skill to have. It's something that you can. That's really good. So it was exactly like you said. Me not noticing I'm offline and just talking bullshit. So, hey Rags. Oh man. So how long have I been offline for you guys? Forever? Really? That long? 5 minutes. So did you? So my rant about 15-second life drawing poses. Did you capture that one? for. Oh man. Hilarious. All right. So man, it's such a long rant about it. But okay, I'll try to boil it down to the point. I was talking about 15-second pauses. And the purpose of them, right? So that, like Glenn Vilpo was talking about, the 15-minute pauses, you have to capture the energy, the exaggerated pose of the model, right? And that the essence of it is to capture whatever is in that pose that the model is showing, and you do it only for 15 seconds. Any longer than that, you start to add knowledge, and knowledge will alter the perception of the pose, right? And you add knowledge to it, and it'll go stiffer and stiffer, and less motion and pose, and more correct anatomy, and so on. So what he's talking about, or mentioning, or thinking about, is the fact that you should exaggerate it and capture the essence of the pose, and then you can take that away and spend 2 hours later detailing the pose, and it will be accurate. But with the more knowledge you add to it, the stiffer it gets, and more correct it gets, and it has less impression and expression. And that is a big part of sketching on a timer. Usually it teaches you to having to try to capture the essence of something that has a, whatever you try to capture in the pose, and then after that, you can spend more time detailing or rendering or continue working on something. But if you don't try to express something and capture an essence of something, there's a huge chance you're just making something that's stiff. Because one thing that sketching allows you, and for me on a timer allows me to, is to express something that has no purpose of being finished. It's like a 15-second life drawing sketch. Just to capture the essence of something, and then you practice capturing essence, and you capture essence and pose, and later on, then when you're trying to paint something yourself, and you can just do that process yourself of trying to capture something of essence. And then you can just continuously add knowledge to it. But if you never practice capturing something of a mood or a emotion, and you just go straight to knowledge, there's a huge chance of you missing something, like what is the essence of something. Have you ever, for example, sketched a face, and you just make one correct brush mark, and like, that's the face, like that's, oh, I managed to capture something, but you spent 1 minute on it, or it's not a 10-hour project. The onion, yeah, well, it's good to practice fundamentals. It takes a huge part in understanding what you're doing. Obviously, it's a really huge part of it. But you also have to practice the other elements of anatomy, which is pose, which is all these other things, which is you also got to practice. And if you don't know how to practice them, because how can you capture a dancer's movement with muscle maps? How can you paint a magical creature that's floating through the air if you've never practiced capturing something in a fluid motion? And how can you grab that essence? if you don't have a photograph of a dancer like doing a fantastical like movements, and you can only sit there and sketch, if you don't have that photo, you know, to copy from, you have to be able to capture it. You have to be able to grasp something, and that's one thing that's beautiful with sketchbooks or sketching, is that you practice capturing something, and the fact that you're not making it into a 2 months project, it's relatively cheap and free in terms of time and money. Hey, Captain Jetlag, what up? Captain Bows, yeah. Definitely party glow sticks. But one thing I'm really dissatisfied with this now is the sense of her skin versus glow, and it's like really irking me, but I'll try not to obsess with it too much. Maybe I'll just kind of maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe I should just kind of loosen up. I'm thinking maybe it's a bit too much of the same color. Maybe I should make like orange neon here, and then in return on a part where we don't see. Yeah, that's probably better. Now we have two different tones working together. Rave Witch, yeah, for sure. Definitely. But unfortunately, I think this stream I'm gonna have to try to patch together somehow because of disconnect. We'll see if it's gonna be able to be uploaded as a video. Actually, yeah, I think I know how to do it. I think I know how to do it. But it's gonna be a bit trickier. It always happens when there's internet connection issues or something is broken and glitches out, and then then I have to go into a program and patch the clips together and re-render the movie as a complete movie and blah 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 blah. A little bit of cheeky breaky. What's P4? Is it some streamer? Passion for drawing. Oh. Is the artist good? Is it one of those you gotta follow one of those must follow artists? It's an ink drawer. That's cool. That's a pretty cool thing to do. So it's a him. Oh, so it's like a camera. Oh, that's pretty cool. So he streams traditional media then. I think the image doesn't work that well because I have used the blue as a generic source of light, which is kind of stopping the painting from working the way it should work because the blue light is everywhere. Like it became a part of the palette rather than a source of the light source. So what I gotta do now is just kind of add gray into the painting to try to make it read as a blue light source rather than a cool palette, which was a mistake of mine. Captain Post, yeah. But that's what was one of the reasons why it's a little bit flat. It's because it's just samey. That onion, all right, that's cool. That's cool. I'll check it out. But sadly, though, there's not a lot of artists that streaming. You know, you can go big on streaming. You know, there's only that much interest in art stream, sadly. I mean, unless it's tits and ass, but I choose not to do tits and ass. Each to their own, I guess. Yeah. It's okay with me. Whatever floats the boat. But I won't do it. Alright. Time's up. I wonder if I want to do one last alteration. I want to play around with the palette a bit. No, that was better before. No. It's not the best one today, but it's okay. It was a good experiment. I definitely learned something by it, by making the mistakes. Let's add maybe red eyes. Or maybe not. Maybe more white. I mean, the idea is kind of cool. Neon witch. I think, I mean, the painting could turn into something cool if one decided to continue painting on it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it was a fun try. That onion. Um, I mean, I started with the neon lights of like being the main light source. I messed up on the way, but it was a good experiment. Thank you, Zutin. Right, who can we raid? Who's online? No. All right, that looks pretty fun. Let's raid that guy. I need to do this. So I see the name. All right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Have a fantastic day. Tomorrow for more challenges, I guess. Have a great night if you're in that part of the world. See you later. Here's the outro. Toodles.